One. All right.
Three, two, one.
All right, that 3 was fucked, but the 2 and 1 were good.
Yeah, we got there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Very Reasonable Pilots podcast. I'm your host, Charles. Along with me, as always, is my co-host, Jake Gloth. How are you doing today, Jake Gloth, on this lovely first of the 21st year?
Yeah, we're recording at, I guess 10 a.m. for me on the 1st of January,
3 p.m. for me.
3 p.m. Oh.
I'm drinking a cup of coffee because I got out of bed at
my 10 a.m. is a bit more, impressive than your 3 p.m.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. Is it impressive that you woke up at 10 a.m.?
Well, on New Year's, yeah, because I stayed up late last night.
I didn't. I went to bed at midnight or 1.
Last year I went to bed at like 10. That was like a normal New Year's.
Yeah, I did not do anything for New Year's at all. I was on like a phone call with my girlfriend, and we said Happy New Year's to each other. And then that was it. And then she went and hung out with her family, and I went to sleep because
Nice.
I don't have family.
That's not true.
I am alone. Only.
That's
Jake is my only family.
Yep. I mean, yeah, no, you're not alone. We're in this room together.
Yeah. We've been sewn together.
I just find it annoying when he calls up random phone numbers and talks to them like it's his girlfriend. Like, I don't know what he's doing. I can hear the other person on this other side of the phone going like, "Who are you? What is this? What's going on?"
Yeah.
Well, he just continues to talk like they're having a different conversation.
They get it. They figure it out every once in a while. I just go through the phone book. It's just one after the other.
Oh yeah.
It's always great when I call like an auto shop, like a body shop or like a dentist's office. That's my favorite.
Yeah, they usually keep you on for a little bit longer, which is nice.
Yeah. So what are we gonna talk about today, Jacob?
So unfortunately, or fortunately, we have to make up it as we go along, which I guess we do all the time, but this time we have to do it with no proper preparation.
No notes.
Episode 30.
No ideas. We do this every 10 episodes. What happened today was I woke up at like 7, and I was like, all right, time to get up. And I got up, and I got dressed in all my clothes, and I laid back down, and I fell asleep again until 1.
Nice.
So I'm wearing this all day. I've just been, in bed, asleep. It's great. So what should we talk about? What setting? Let's do a setting.
So shortly before we start, you were talking about some Greek mythology.
We were talking about the video game Hades that has recently arrived off of early access.
But I'm thinking we do something with Greek mythology because I don't think we've ever done anything.
I think you're right. Some Greek mythology. Let's do it. We're gonna make a sequel series to Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief or whatever.
Yeah, the movie though.
The movie with what's her name? That chick.
The one I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she was in It's Always Sunny.
What's her last name?
I think.
What's her first name?
Cecilia.
No, her last name's Diodario, isn't it?
Yeah, I think.
What's
I don't
her
know.
First name? I can't remember her first name.
Okay, with Percy, the guy who played Percy Jackson, that guy who had like a weird face.
Yeah.
Like his face looked like a pancake. Not good. I'll say it.
Pancake?
Yeah.
Why a pancake?
I don't know. He just looks like he's got a flat pancake face.
Flat pancake face. Wow.
Yeah. I'll fight him. I'll beat the shit out of him.
That movie was really shit. And did you see the second one?
No, I didn't see it. I saw
the second one. Did you read the books?
I read the books. I read up to like book 5 or something.
The second one, they did like the next like 6 books in one movie.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
Only with like the plot of the second book.
Mm-hmm.
But like with all the themes of the later books, like they threw in the main bad guy. They threw in the ending for like the minor bad guy. It was like everything in one little movie.
That's good. I like it.
It's like they knew they weren't getting another one, so they're like, all right, let's just throw everything we got into this.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's hope this works. I watched the first movie on a plane, I think. I think that's the definition of a plane movie, you know?
Yeah.
You watch them on a plane, just something that happens in front of you, and you can kind of zone in and out. It's like, oh, he's got a lightning sword, I think. Oh, look, it's James Bond, but he's a horseman.
Yeah. And then they are making a series now of it. I think it's on Amazon, I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
They're like redoing it all to try to make it decent.
And they're going to cast Finn Wolfhard.
You really like that guy.
I don't.
You always suggest him for
Do
characters. Yeah, you do. You've done it like 3 or 4 times.
When? I can't remember these.
Is he or Terry McGinnis? I don't remember.
No. My Terry McGinnis is probably Steve from Stranger Things.
See, I just think you're talking about Stranger Things people, so
You just lump all of them together.
They're all the same to me. They got all the guys have the same color hair and similar faces.
Yeah. I find that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think handsome people nowadays are just, they all look the same, you know?
Handsome people?
Like Hollywood superstars all kind of look the same now. Is that, am I talking out of school here? I feel like everyone looks the same in movies now.
I feel like guys usually do.
Yeah, guys.
I don't know about girls, but definitely guys. It's always like short, whatever color hair, blonder, usually
or
like
brown.
a brown or black.
Brown, yeah.
They're always muscular. That's just the way it is. There's no there's no average or skinny.
There's nobody who's got any. They're all clean shaven. Nobody's got any blemishes or scars or anything on their faces. No. They're not. No one's like handsome like Harrison Ford was handsome in his day. Like he was.
It's not like rugged. It's usually like master like sculpted.
Exactly. It's like, are you gonna tell me that the guy who's what's his name? The guy who's in Dune. That kid, whatever.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, and Tom Holland and Finn Wolfhard don't all look pretty much the same. They just look the same.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know if you want to compare Timothy Chalamet and Tom Holland, because Chalamet is like the skinniest person in the world. I saw that guy must weigh like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Like he looks like there's just nothing there.
I don't understand why people are like hot for him. We should probably talk about the series instead of like.
Oh yeah, instead of Timothy Chalamet.
It's
because he's got good hair. That's the reason. If he shaved his head, boom, done.
Oh, ugly.
Over.
Ugly.
All right, so what's the series he's starring in that we're pitching?
We're not doing Timothy Chalamet. We'll do a good actor. Nah, he's fine.
Okay. So Greek mythology.
Greek mythology. Not modern day. Greek mythology, post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
That's something I haven't seen before. I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Like Fallout? Post-apocalyptic? Fallout the video game series? Or like something else?
Like the world's ended in some sort of like travesty.
Mad Max.
Yeah, a sort of Mad Max Fallout sort of situation. Maybe less sandy.
And they go back to worshipping the Greek gods.
Or maybe the Greek gods, the Greek gods come back to power in a post-apocalyptic universe because their powers have been muddled by
science.
Yeah, modern human technology like wizards and Harry Potter.
Maybe it's like they their power derives from people worshiping them.
Yeah.
And since when technology came about, people were like, all right, fuck that. Or like Christianity or whatever destroyed them.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, all right, fuck pagan mythology. We got our own thing now.
Yeah.
But now that the world's over,
pagan
people are back
mythology.
To praying for rain again because they need fucking rain. So
and Demeter and maybe people are the Greek gods are sort of the manifestations of these different beliefs, like a fear of death and like a reverence towards death is what Hades is. But we make them like post-apocalyptic badasses and stuff. Like they're gods.
not. Oh, so they don't look like they typically do in Greek mythology.
No, they're not like it's not like that these are the people that control these sorts of, things that happen. Zeus, for instance, isn't the guy who controls lightning. He is just the manifestation of humanity's reverence towards lightning. So he has lightning powers, but he's not in charge of it. Does that make sense?
Okay, so I got what you mean. So he's not lightning.
He's not lightning, but he's lightning magic.
But he can control some lightning.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And we do some post-apocalyptic. It's the end of the world as we know it. REM is there. They're playing their songs. And, what god should we follow? Or goddess?
Who's like a good, maybe like an underdog, like Hephestus?
Ooh,
or maybe
Hephestus.
I don't know, someone that's not one of the typical big leaguers.
Not one of the big sexy ones.
Yeah.
It's Artemis, and what's Artemis's brother?
Apollo. We could do Artemis.
Apollo. Yeah. How about we have like a team? We have like they're like a Scooby gang. They live in a van.
They live in a van.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hephestus could be like a super genius who makes like badass weaponry and stuff. He can make a tank. They maybe live in a tank. They live in a tank.
Okay. This is getting real crazy.
Yeah.
So we've got three Greek gods: Hephestus, Apollo, and Artemis. Probably need one more just to even it out.
Yeah. Let's go. Not Hera. Hera's the worst. Maybe Hera can be the bad guy. Let's go Athena, just because Athena's cool.
Okay, so we got Athena, Artemis, Apollo, and Hephestus. That's a good.
Yeah.
It's a good foursome.
Lots of A's. I'm digging it.
All right.
And H.
Wait. Oh yeah, we do. That's the problem. That's like the number. Like, I read something somewhere like the first rule of storytelling or like making up characters or anything is to not have two characters have the
same initials,
same first letter.
Okay, maybe
we'll just go with it because it's fine.
Yeah, or maybe Demeter instead of Athena.
Nah, it's fine. We'll just
go with
it. I feel like they're big enough names that like people won't get confused.
Yeah.
If you were making up names, it'd probably be confusing.
Yeah, and we could call like, what's her name? Artemis, like, or we could call Athena like Thena. Just drop the A. That's how people talk to her.
And they could call themselves the A-Team. And Hephestus.
And he's just like, hey you guys, hi. I'm here to make a rocket launcher. I feel like
Hephestus is kind of like the guy in the van, He's like he's the dude on the microphone.
He's the Donatello. He's the tech guy. He does machines, like Donatello.
All right, we've got a weird cast now.
We've got a
plot. So why are they upset at Hera or Zeus? What's going on?
Maybe Zeus, or maybe Hera has convinced Zeus to cast them out of Mount Olympus, which in this version of the universe is like the biggest city in the post-apocalypse, and like Zeus and Poseidon and all the others and Hermes are just like these guys who run the biggest city in the post-apocalypse and like have all the power. And these four people have done something to piss off Hera. And Hera, who actually has all the power, like when it comes to the power dynamic between Zeus and Hera, is like, just fucking kick him out. I don't like him anymore. Because Zeus is like a Robert Baratheon, and Hera's like a Cersei. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm thinking here, because we're getting a little hokey. We're getting a little weird. We've got Greek gods, but like they're not actually gods, and they have the same names, and they actually control a city now instead of really being mystical beings.
No, they're mystical beings, but they control mortals. They're in charge of mortals. They channel natural energies.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. They're magically infused beings
that they live in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that people live in that city too, or just gods?
I would say people live in the like they serve the gods in the city, but they
People
don't
are
like
the slaves.
Yeah, they're not like in charge.
All right, I'm starting to get this a better picture. I feel like they're kind of like gods, like Thor's a god in Marvel.
Exactly.
Like he's not. They got superpowers, but they're not like really.
He's not like Thor's not going around being like, hey, guess what? Lightning. Hey, your house is nice. Guess what? Lightning. Your house is burnt down now because of lightning.
He's not
bitch.
all of lightning. He just has some control. Okay.
He's just like he's in charge of lightning.
All right, that's a bit better. All right, so you're saying that they get kicked out of the city, but I feel like we should make it a bit larger. Like maybe they were dissenters against enslaving humans.
Yeah, or they're trying to form some sort of coup.
Or maybe like the beginning of the series is like them at Mount Olympus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're hanging out, and they're like slowly meeting up, finding out that they all like don't like having Zeus and Hera in charge, and they don't like humans being enslaved.
Yeah.
Maybe like the plot is that, or like the background, I'm sorry, is that humans like nuked themselves or something, and they destroyed themselves, and they got back down to like the bottom rung of civilization, and so they started praying to gods again because they need rain and stuff. And the gods were like, all right, we're not gonna fuck up this time. We're gonna enslave the humans so they can't advance technologically and
move past us.
Yeah. So that's why they're enslaving, and Apollo and Artemis and Athena and Hephestus are like, nah, I don't like that. We're gonna fight against this.
Maybe
for
like
that,
each
Hera
has
kicks them out of Olympus.
Maybe each like has their own reason for not digging it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hephestus is like, I know the continual evolution of technology is interesting and necessary, and I can't like stop humans from creating stuff because I'm the god of creating stuff. I want stuff to be created, so I have more stuff to create.
So Hephestus likes technology. He wants it.
And Artemis is like,
maybe Hephestus was the only god that was like succeeding in the modern world.
Yeah,
he was like doing all right for himself. He had like a tech company at Silicon Valley or something.
He's just like, my friend Steve Jobs, we're chilling. He's like, I made the iPhone.
He like gave up being a god and was just sort of like a person that was like immortal and was just like making technology and stuff, living a happy life. So he wants to get back to that.
Yeah, and then maybe Artemis is like, we need to, this is going against the natural order.
Yeah.
We can't go against the natural order of things. And Apollo is just like, come on, man, we can't party nearly as hard. What's he the god of
he's
again?
The
What's
god
Apollo?
of archery, and like he's the dude that rides the chariot for the sun.
I'll look it up.
So he lost it. Okay, maybe he hates riding the chariot for the sun, and when humans figured out how the sun works, he doesn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And now he has to do it every day.
He's lazy. He's the god of archery, music, dance, truth, prophecy, healing, and disease. Okay, so he's like into culture. He's all about cultural moving forward, and he realizes that if the gods are, in total control over humanity, then there's no way that they can move forward culturally and create cool music. Maybe he's really into hip-hop or something.
Yeah, he loved life before. Like, it was just, like, tons of music and culture, and now he's got to drive the chariot for the sun every day, and he hates it.
He hates it. He's like, God damn it. And maybe he's tricked a guy into doing it for him.
Yeah.
Like, he's got some other dude who's like, hey, buddy, you said you'd be back here last week, and you never came. What's happening? I've been driving the sun. It's fine, but I have to get back to work. I got a mortgage and stuff. And then Apollo's like, no, bro. Dude, I'll be there in a sec. Don't worry, dude.
Don't worry. Just make sure you drive it, though, if I don't make it, because, world needs sun.
It's important. If you don't, everyone's gonna die, and then they're gonna blame you. Because I told everybody, Zeus knows that it's you,
or
maybe
you're the guy.
Maybe he's
all right.
Yeah, you're the guy. Yeah, I'll see you soon, now, bro.
See ya. Bye.
And Athena is like, this is only gonna end badly. Because she's the goddess of wisdom. She's like, this is gonna end poorly. there's no way in hell that this works out well for us.
She's probably got, like, maybe some resentment towards her dad, too. Got to play up on that, probably. Doesn't like her dad for some reason.
She was, well, because he's a dick.
Yeah.
He is, canonically.
Yeah.
Canon. Greek god canon, he's a kind of a prick.
I wonder who decides what's canon or not. Was that like a Socrates thing?
I think it was just like, I don't know, Disney?
Disney probably decides.
Disney decides. They're in charge. They're in charge of all canon.
I would believe that.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse is now the god of copyright law.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
He probably owns us. I don't know how, but he owns us.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's got his fingers in all the pies. And I'm thinking maybe like Zeus, Hera, and like the other gods are in the other like minor gods are in like Mount Olympus, the big like enormous city in the middle of the world or something. I'm not imagining we have like modern Earth culture really making much of an appearance. You know, like we're not saying this takes place in Canada or
it's just sort of like
South
a place.
America.
We don't really care about Earth geography. The point is, it's like way in the future, but like technology is destroyed. Earth's kind of fucked up looking. And
then maybe they we spend the first 3 episodes sowing the seeds of discontent.
Yeah.
And then our foursome gets kicked off of Mount Olympus and is forced to travel to the different realms of other Olympian gods. So maybe they go see Poseidon, and Poseidon's the king of this giant water-based civilization.
This big harbor or something.
This gigantic city that's on the sea. And he's like, yeah, we're doing great. We got fishing and shit. But slowly Mount Olympus is poisoning the seas and making it harder and harder for them to live. So they're our team, what are we gonna call them? The
A-team.
Okay, the A-team. We're not gonna call them.
Let's just call them it for now.
Okay, the A-team's goal is to rally the support of the other gods to help them.
Yeah, to help them fight Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus and Hera, who have an enormous army and all these warriors. Maybe they give
all of Zeus's children all ready to fight.
Yeah, and they've got maybe they give some mortals some magic powers, and they're the top tier of their army. They make a guy who's immortal except for maybe his ear. He's totally invincible.
You could have some demigods in there.
Yeah,
that could be the top.
Oh yeah, we get
some of Zeus's illegitimate children.
I like it, a Robert Baratheon style. They're gonna make a potion out of his blood or something. Remember that Game of Thrones? And they're gonna make a potion out of that guy's blood, and then he rode away.
I don't think you know what happened in that.
I didn't see the last season.
That's not Robert Baratheon's the fat guy who died.
Yeah, I know. And then he had a kid, and then one of the illegitimate kids who was a blacksmith.
That's not Robert Baratheon. You said Robert Baratheon. They were gonna make a potion out of his blood.
Out of his kid's blood.
Yeah, Gendry.
And then he rode away on a boat.
He did rode away on a boat.
And then didn't he come back later, 2 seasons later, and have sex with somebody?
Yeah, Maisie Williams.
Did he? Oh.
Okay.
And then they go to Poseidon, and he they convince him to help them overthrow Zeus, or maybe he's tentative, but he's all right, I'll send somebody with you, one of my people. And he sends a water nymph or a water god or goddess with them to help them along on their journey. And then maybe Hades is living in a city populated solely by horrible mutated monsters that's in the middle of a radioactive wasteland. And he's yep, this is the land of the dead. What's up?
And Hades actually supports them, I feel in the end, because Hades is all right, I mean, this is pretty good, but beforehand, people were a lot worse. We had world wars and stuff.
People died
that was awesome.
so quickly.
So
yeah, and he's like, I'm cool with killing people. I'm rad. I'm all about it. Let's do it.
Well, I guess no. Hades in
He's
Greek
like-
mythology didn't like when people died, actually, right? Because he didn't like populating hell. Because he had to manage so many people.
Yeah, but
So maybe he liked it before because there was less death.
well, I feel like there's more death in the post-apocalypse, and he's like, I didn't have to live with horrible mutant monsters
Yeah, it
all
was
the
a
time.
lot better. Right? It was just like normal people
Yeah,
hang out.
these guys smell so bad. It's crazy. You didn't think somebody with 6 arms would smell this bad, but he's got 6 arms and 12 armpits, and it
Yeah,
smells
he's living in
fucking
this like
awful.
huge hellish city, and when you first approach it, you think he like likes it, like he built it that way. And he's like, no, I hate it like this. It used to be so nice beforehand.
Dude, we used to have Wi-Fi and flushing toilets
I had
and stuff.
siege
It was
jobs
awesome.
down here. It was great.
Dude, I got to torture Hitler whenever I wanted. I just got to stab him in the face whenever I
great.
wanted. Now, like, Hitler's just hanging from like a
he's
ceiling
too busy to deal
fan,
with
and
it.
he's like, now it's not even fun. Like, I used to have toilet paper. I miss toilet paper. He's like, my life sucks. I know it sucks. I'm Hades. It's never gonna be good for me. But it was better before when we had technology. And, like, I had a Tempur-Pedic pillow and, like, TiVo. You guys, have you been watching The Boys? You guys, I love The Boys. It's great. He's a really big fan of TV. He's like, oh, man, I love Chandler. Chandler is my favorite. Chandler and Monica, the best TV couple. And maybe Hades is kind of like a goofball, and Persephone is kind of running the show down
they're
there.
just like really stressed out though. Like they hate their life in this city. They miss the old world.
Yeah, so they're like, yeah, we'll send some like the army of the dead with you guys. Just let us know when.
That'd be
I'm
pretty
cool
funny if you
with
have like
it, bro.
a big final battle at the end, and then you get this like huge army of like monsters and freaks, but they're on the side of the good guys, like instead of like stereotypical.
You get like cyclopses and like giant like 3-armed monstrosities and like mutated horrors, but they're all like, "Woo! We're gonna help. We're here to help you guys."
And we could have
And all of the really like the handsome like
on the other
heroes
side,
and stuff are all on the evil side. Yeah.
we could have like
maybe-
like if they go to Ares, and at first they think like Ares is gonna like want to keep it like this way because he likes like the way war is, but like they get to him and he's like bored watching a battlefield of like humans fighting. He's like, you can only watch a guy get stabbed so many times. They came up with so many inventive ways to kill people before.
Yeah, it was like I got bored of gladiator fights 3 centuries ago. Like, this is so boring. I've seen men get stabbed so many times. I liked it when they had like robots that flew around and blew up places. It was awesome.
So much better.
Now I just have to watch a guy throw a net at another guy. That's way worse.
And he's like, I liked it at first, like we got to mix it up for a little bit, but after like, honestly, it was like 50 years. I got bored of it. It was just
seriously, it's boring
it's almost
now.
the same.
I want tanks.
I miss
Tanks are
tanks so
rad,
much.
bro. I miss
And
tanks.
you get him going into the final battle with like his like primitive soldiers on like tanks and stuff. They're like, woo!
Yeah,
They like built a few.
he's like they go and like he's like our the A team, our
Hephestus maybe
guys
builds them,
and
like, some
gals.
tanks.
Yeah, or they go find like an ancient military bunker, and it's like, hey, if you help us, we'll give you a bunch of tanks. And he's like, okay, yeah, cool. I'm all about bloodshed. Let's rock. And we meet all sorts of like historical Greek mythological creatures and like different things, but they're like a post-apocalyptic version.
We got like a mutated minotaur.
Like you get,
like maybe have to fight that because
yeah,
it's, like,
we got it.
Zeus's child, right?
Yeah, and he's like, and then they like look over at Zeus, and he's like, "Did you
fuck a cow again?
Did you fuck
Again?
a cow? Did you fuck a cow, dude? It's like, it was a radioactive cow. It was glowing, so that makes it better, I guess. And they're like, no, it doesn't. Bro, you need to get your libido in check.
Oh my god.
And like all the different we get Dionysus, and Dionysus is like on the Zeus's side because he just gets drunk all the time. He's happy. He's chilling. And we get some classic like hell characters from Greek hell, like get Sisyphus and stuff. Just like he's at the top of a mountain, he rolls the rock down and like squishes a bunch of guys. It's like, there you go. Gotcha. I gotta go push that up now. I'll see you guys later. They can run into
didn't
like
say where I had to knock it down and then push it up. That's your fault, Zeus. Should have told me where.
Yeah, you should have been more specific.
It's gonna take a while to push up. And then it's like still rolling down the hill as he's saying that.
And then he's like, "Oh, that's going really. I gotta go get that." He just starts running down the hill. And then there could be like they run into like a group of satyrs, like half goat men, but they're all like post-apocalypse, like armored out, and they've got like bows and arrows, and their like armor's made out of like metal plating and shit. And they're like, we're living in the wastes, feeding off of what comes our way, and they're, you know.
I love if you have like one episode where it's like, it's Mad Max, but there's no cars, it's just centaurs. But it's basically the same plot.
Yeah, that's great.
But with centaurs. And our characters just sort of like mingle through and sort of solve the situation. Maybe get the centaurs on their side, so they have the Mad Max centaurs now backing them for the fight.
Yes. And then our final scene, or our final like big fight of the show, the end of season 2, is all of the like horrible monstrosities and weird horror creatures that they've met and teamed up with along the throughout the series, and our crew of like badass Greek gods with bows and arrows and spears and shit. And then there's this, on the other side, there's this like well-equipped army with like swords and shields, and Zeus is standing there. He's being like, I don't know what that thing is, but they use it in Egypt where it's like 4 guys and they carry somebody on a big chair. You know what I'm saying?
The chair. And they got people holding him. Yeah.
He's on a big chair, and they're like, "What's up? Lightning!" Zap. And then it's a big fight, and then our guys win because that's how the television show happens.
And it goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Humanity is allowed to.
And then they're like, yeah, it'll be a couple of centuries before they figure everything out again. Yeah. But
they're like, aren't you worried that they'll like
they don't
remember
fuck
all
it up?
this? And we're like, nah, dude. In like maybe a year or two, they're gonna be telling each other that this is fake. Like, there's no way. You don't have any proof.
Yeah.
Big.
They're gonna write books about this shit. They're gonna be like, yeah. That like people don't believe the Earth is flat. Or like people don't believe the Earth is round.
No, people don't believe the Earth is
convince
flat.
Yeah, they think the Earth is round or some shit. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I mean, hopefully they don't fuck it up again like they did last time, but
job well done.
See you guys. And then they just fade back into society as humanity rebuilds itself. Yeah, I think that's a good pitch for a show that could happen, possibly. I enjoyed it. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the Very Reasonable Pilots podcast. I've been your host, Charles Lung. With me as always has been my co-host, Jake Gloth, the beautiful, the radiant, the fantastic editor of the podcast. I would like to say to everyone, thank you for listening. Give us a like, a subscribe, smash that bell, ring a ding ding. Like when somebody's quitting the Marines, they have to ring a bell or something. Seals. Have you seen that? Oh, the Navy SEALs. Whenever they quit the Navy SEALs, they have to ring a bell, or they get like they get cured of cancer. They have to ring a bell.
So true.
Whichever is your
Navy
pick.
SEAls or cancer, pick one.
Yeah, pick one. Give us a follow anywhere that you'd like. You can find us on Twitter, and find me on Instagram. You can find Jake nowhere because he's a hermit man. And tell your friends all about the podcast that you just listened to. Call up your best friend right now and talk to them about it.
On the phone?
Say, hey. Yes.
Just text them. Or don't.
Say,
you know what? Better yet, just
no.
don't. Just keep it to yourself.
Tell
okay?
everyone you know. Tell your mom about the podcast.
I'm sure she cares. All right. Goodbye.
I'm sure she cares. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Love you. Mwah.